All right. All right. What is up, everybody? Hope everyone is having a fantastic week. We are back. Live streams are back. Took a little time off, reset the batteries, getting ready for the NFL offseason, plus sports. Not much going on. We're going to be live Thursday for that USA-Canada hockey game, though. Get us hyped on that one. But we're going to be going through, checking out our mock draft. I'm going to pretty much run through it again. If you haven't seen the video, did a full breakdown of the mock. My first mock 1.0, officially, now as we head into, I guess, technically franchise tag season. Teams can officially hit that franchise tag. Now, looks like T. Higgins is getting franchise tagged by the Bengals again. Like, the NFL needs to fix this shit. You should not be allowed to franchise tag a guy twice. Like, shit or get off the pot, Cincinnati. If you can't get a deal with him, you should not be allowed to franchise tag him at this point. It just ruins free agency. It's ruining T. Higgins. You're clearly not committed to him. Yes, he's going to get paid as one of the top 3, probably top 2 receivers. I'm not sure what his franchise tag number is for this year, but that's going to blow. But yes, everybody, welcome back. Yes, I missed everyone. Just took a little week off. Still put out the shorts every day because that's what I do. But we're officially back now. Full content schedule. Video tomorrow probably on whatever the fuck's going on. Probably shouldn't have dropped an F-bomb that early into the stream. Whoops. We're going to be live Thursday night for USA Canada so we can beat up on some Canadians watching hockey. The game was lit on Saturday night. So should be a lot of fun, but we are mocking tonight. We kind of know the deal. Sports Prod had an infected toe fixed. I'm sure that was lovely. They get chopped off. You got one less toe. We got Mr. Nine Toe over here. If you haven't already, hit that thumbs up, hit that like button. But let's hop on into it, guys. And gals, whoever's here watching our mock. So Titans on the clock first. This is probably one of the harder first overall picks, I think. Not necessarily set on being a quarterback. We have to see what Tennessee wants to do in free agency. We got guys like Aaron Rodgers roaming around out there. We got Sam Darnold. We got Russell Wilson. They got Justin Fields out there. We got lots of teams itching to trade up. Maybe if they're not in love with their quarterback, potentially the Giants want to move up there. Maybe the Raiders if they want to burn out and just sell at the farm. I really like Abdul Carter. I've been saying this a lot. I think Abdul Carter could be a generational pass rusher. He's just a complete and total game wrecker. And they talked about generational talents. Travis Hunter really doesn't, like, it kind of addresses a need. They could use a little bit of wide receiver help. They could use some DB help. But I think at this point, you're on GMs and head coach on a separate cycle. I hate that. You don't ever want to be in that situation. Brian Callahan's not going to get another chance if he cannot win some games with his quarterback. They got to go quarterback. They got to go Cam Ward. I think Cam Ward is the most game ready. And if you look back at the Titans, they weren't horrendous. I mean, the defensive numbers were a little misleading. They were tops in yards and points, like in the top 5 in both of those categories. I think they were number 1 or number 2 in yards. At the end of the regular season, obviously, the Eagles finished the season ahead of them total. But they did give up a lot of points. They were really good in yards. They were at the bottom of points. I think they were 29th in points given up. So short fields, they didn't keep people out of the end zone, even with all the turnovers, the Will Levis pick sixes. They just need some stability there. I do like the wide receiver, like, potential there. It's kind of weird. You got to go quarterback, and you got to go Cam Ward. Cam Ward, I think, is the most ready to play right now. Just get a quarterback on the team, good to go. I think, let's see, make this a little bigger. Does that look better? No, it doesn't look better. I'm trying to look at this over here on the stream. All right, it's fine. Everyone can kind of read it. Make it a little bigger. Oh! Make it a little bit bigger. There we go. See, I don't stream for a week and I'm out of touch with everything. Let's go. He's grown. He's up to 274 subs. Well, congrats, big dog. Corey, appreciate the sub. Guys, I can only see public subs, so if you drop the sub and I haven't shouted you out, just hit that in the chat and I'll gladly shout you out. I'm sure everybody who is always talking in the chat knows this. Travis Hunter, the GOAT. Travis Hunter, pretty good player, pretty unique. And the Bengals are at the 17th pick. I had the Bengals. The Bengals are in an interesting spot, I think. I don't think the board's going to fall the way they necessarily want it to is the problem for Cincinnati. I would really like Tyler Warren to fall to the Bengals. You're going to ask your mom. You don't have to, but if you want to, go right ahead. Don't feel the need. They're trying to get a DN. I think they're going to go interior, actually. I got them going interior if you are the Bengals here. All right, so now Cleveland on the clock. What is Cleveland going to do at quarterback? We have this Deshaun Watson situation. We have a shitty Deshaun Watson contract. What are they going to do with this contract? They can't seem to get rid of it. Are they going to get some relief? Are they going to get some relief with the non-football injury, re-tearing his Achilles? That's got to be, adjudicated. Do they go quarterback here or just try and hit the full reset? What are we doing? Kirk Cousins, maybe? Back with Kevin Stefanski? I think they just get Myles Garrett traded. You reset your pass rusher. You're not paying him anything. Abdul Carter, clearly the best available player, I think, on the board. Could go Travis Hunter, bolster up that secondary, help out a little bit on offense. But this team is not really close. I think Travis Hunter is kind of a guy you kind of want more on you want him on a time scale with a young quarterback. Maybe not a team fully hitting the reset. Maybe they're a team that's ascending, not dropping. So yeah, if I'm the Browns, I got to just go Abdul Carter. You trade Myles Garrett, you keep him happy, you can save some cap money there, and then figure out what you're doing at quarterback next year. Much, much, much better quarterback draft next year than it is this year. Now, Shadur Sanders gassing up Cleveland. I think they told him not bitching, stop bitching about where you're going to go. He wants his draft stock to get higher. Abdul Carter, that's the pick, J-Dub. I think so too. Bengals need a DM and a safety, a D-line, so they just need everything on defense. Rather get Kirk after he's released or cut. Yeah, they wouldn't trade for Kirk or anything like that. It's when Cousins is going to get cut. We're all assuming Kirk Cousins getting cut. So he's going to be the Russell Wilson guy this year. Atlanta's going to pay him. He's going to take that minimum contract to go play for somebody on a team, potentially, get back with Stefanski. His only playoff win was with Stefanski as the offensive coordinator in Minnesota. So that could be the move there. Now the Giants going to get rewarded, I think, for staying put at 3. They have to go quarterback. I wouldn't go quarterback here. They're just in a bad, the front office, they have a gun to their head, essentially. They have to take a quarterback. They have to show signs that things are getting better. The ownership's selling part of the team. They're going to fire everybody if they don't start winning football games or at least showing life on offense. You do have a decent weapon for him. Malik Neighbors has high potential, but not, the run game was kind of okay. Defense was decent, finished bad, a lot of injuries on there. You got to show some life on offense. You got to show that you can develop a quarterback. Shadur Sanders, raw talent. I think he has the highest upside of the top 2 quarterbacks. I think he has a higher ceiling than Cam Ward, but he has a lot of problems that need to get fixed. He's got a very low floor. He could be a bust. I definitely could see this, but Giants, Dion approved organization. I think they have to go Giants here. Their Giants have to go Shadur Sanders here. It's a bit of an overreach. It's not a great pick. Jalen Milroe, an aggressive pick. I don't think Milroe's seeing any of the top 5 quarterback. Milroe's going to be the 5th or 6th quarterback taken. Head topping the boys earlier. You mossing on motherfuckers over there. Just nuts on the head. I kind of hate that pick. If I'm a potato fan, if I'm a Giants fan, I'm pissed. Yeah, Milroe not that guy. Milroe, not that guy in the NFL. Fine in college, not that guy. Really disappointing this year under Kalen DeBoer. Thought he was going to be a high pick. My guy can't throw the football, it feels like, especially from the pocket. Now the draft really starts. You know, we've had the quarterback. Milroe's not going in the first round. There's only 2 quarterbacks in the first round, guys. Spoiler alert, I only got 2 quarterbacks in the first round. Maybe somebody gets aggressive for Jackson Dart. Patriots trading down, potentially. I just don't know who's going to want to move up, J-Dub, and get, like, there's no quarterback here. There's no quarterback here that anybody's going to want to move up for. Is anybody really going to get aggressive and go up for Hunter? Probably not. Maybe somebody wants to go Mason Graham. And this is where I was with this pick. I'm pretty 50-50 on this pick. I can see the Patriots, if they make this pick, they're either going to go Mason Graham, best defensive player, or they just go best overall available player, and they go Travis Hunter. I'm off the McMillan train for them. I think they go Hunter, help out the secondary a little bit, play him at wide receiver, just an explosive, dynamic player, get your young quarterback some help, or you just fix the defense, Willie McGinnis 2.0 with him and Mason Graham. I think they just go Travis Hunter. I think this is a safe pick for them. Versatile, explosive, Mike Vrabel kind of guy, I feel like. Like, Mike Vrabel wants a receiver, kind of like smart football players. Everything says Travis Hunter, really smart football player. Now, if they trade for A.J. Brown in the offseason because A.J. Brown's mad that they won the Super Bowl, they're not going to go wide out here, but anything can happen. All right, check the Bengals needs real quick. Wide receiver, guard, and D-line. Well, T. Higgins is going to fill that wide receiver need. So guard or D-line for the Bengals. Feels right. Okay, Jaguars on the clock here. Jacksonville, I think this is the Jags. If they can stay put here at 5 and not get poached, they're going to be ecstatic. Just make this easy, Jacksonville. Just take Mason Graham. Just take Mason Graham. If you're the Jaguars, Mason Graham feels like a home run hit. Honestly, like, I love Mason Graham. He feels like a total game wrecker. You know, maybe not the most productive this year. He was still relatively productive, but 2 years ago in the national championship run, dominant. Let me crop this a little bit. Hold on. Trying to make this window a little bit better for everybody. There we go. I want everybody to see a little bit more. Okay, so yeah, Mason Graham, just total game record, stud on the interior. Take Mason Graham if you're the Jaguars. Like, if you can stay put, not have to trade up to get him, I'm ecstatic. You won the draft. You won the first round right now. I think this is an elite interior defensive lineman. He's going to ruin games like we saw Aaron Donald do. Obviously not the same kind of guy, but just an incredible, and we see what these Eagles interior D-line, Jalen Carter won the rank. Jalen Carter single-handedly may have won the Eagles the Super Bowl because he beat the Rams on that final drive where they looked like they were going to get beat. Like, the Rams were about to beat the Eagles and end their season, and Jalen Carter took over. So that's the kind of impact a guy in the interior can have. Yeah, well, for now, they have 2 of the best. If T. Higgins hits free agency, I could see why the Bengals could need a receiver, but it sounds like they're going to tag him. Raiders, easy Mal or McMillan. Like the Mason Graham pick. Jake, what's up? We are back on the nitty-gritty grind over here. Mocking it up. Okay, Raiders on the clock. This is a fun one. Raiders kind of get screwed out of a quarterback. No quarterback for the Raiders, but I'm thinking my guy, Sam Darnold, pretty heavy favorite to be going to Vegas, potentially Aaron Rodgers. Who knows what's going on with Matt Stafford? Another name I forgot to mention earlier. Justin Fields, maybe Dak Prescott, maybe the Cowboys mail it in and they trade for Dak. I don't know. But assuming that the quarterback situation gets addressed in free agency prior to the draft, Vegas, I think this is an easy pick. Agree. McMillan. Terriosha McMillan out of Arizona, big jump ball, wide receiver, physical guy, and he pairs perfectly with his offense. The offensive line's pretty good in Vegas. They're solid. They do need a running back, but this is a super deep running back draft. I'm not taking Ashton Genty at 6. I don't think anybody's that I don't think we have a situation with a game-changing type running back at the top of this draft like a Bijan Robinson or Jahmyr Gibbs a couple of years ago. It's a super deep class. You can get a running back later. And look, you got Jacoby Myers, had a really solid season last year. You have Brock Bowers, maybe the best tight end in football already. Like, destroyed everything. Like, every rookie tight end. Like, he broke Mike Ditka's, 70-year-old tight end record. Okay, the man is a freak. So you have that. Defense needs work. We got to figure out the defense. But I don't like anybody really right here necessarily for the Raiders. Overall, get the quarterback figured out. You can draft a running back. And then I like McMillan as the best true wide receiver in this draft. Overall, feel like he's a little bit limited as a route runner, but pairs well with what they already have in Vegas. Lion Prods, what's up? J-Dub likes the pick. Look at him. We're on the same page here. Shadur still loading. Ario, we're going Cam. It's Cam time. It's Cam time. Sports Prods loving the YouTube emojis. He's having fun there. All right, now it's everybody's favorite dysfunction, the Jets, Jets. Yes, the Jets. Lordy, what are we going to do with our New York football Jets, guys? They moved on from Aaron Rodgers. He's gone. They need defense. They could go D-line. They need to go DB. I think this is just Aaron Glenn, first-year guy. Really surprised that Will Johnson has slid back a little bit. I think they go corner here, man. I think they go with the best available corner. They're going to lose Reed to free agency probably. Aaron Glenn's a DB at heart. Could go D-line here. Potentially. I don't think they need safety help. They could. Do you want to go Jahdae Barron? I just don't see the Jahdae Barron hype. I mean, I think this is way too high. I didn't even have Jahdae Barron in my first round mock. I don't think I'm kind of off the Jahdae Barron train. He played a lot of games with a lot of help over the top. Very scheme defense in that secondary at Texas. So I'm going Will Johnson here for the Jets. We're not going to adjust. I'm going to need to see more. Maybe he's going to have a crazy combine. But I'm just not him. I'm just not on him. But maybe I'm biased. I am an A&M fan. But I do have a Texas guy going pretty early here in a second. So try to guess the number I'm thinking of between 1 and 10. 1.756. What do you think about Will Howard to the Jets? Not in the first round. Potentially later in the draft. I don't know how many picks the Jets have. But not in the first round. I only have 2 quarterbacks in the first round. I will be floored if a third quarterback gets taken in the first round. Early second round is when I think we're going to see Dart. Maybe somebody tries to back in at 31 and get Dart, or 32, I should say. But I don't see more than 2 quarterbacks. I was close. It was 2. I was trying to not get it right. See, I was trying to be exact. Maybe one day that was the exact number. All right, Panthers on the clock. Panthers, look at our spicy boys. Good finish to the season for the Panthers. Looks like Bryce Young is a quarterback. Will Campbell to the Bengals. I don't think he's going to be there, Wheezy. I think Will Campbell's not making it there. He's going to go much earlier than that. Panthers, we need defense for Bryce Young. We need to get our boy help. We need to get our boy defense. Let's go Malachi Starks, man. Let's get Malachi Starks. I'm a big fan of him. True, versatile safety. He's a great tackler, great in coverage, makes plays, can turn the ball over, good ball skills. I love a Kirby Smart guy that's this highly graded. They rarely miss, guys who are maybe a little bit later, Lewis Seen, who's got rocks for brains. Can't do it. But Malachi Starks is not that guy. He is a stud on the back end. Let's just go defense. Could potentially go D-line here. If you want to go pass rush, you want to go James Pierce, you want to go Mike Green. I think you could do that. Might be a little aggressive there. But I think you go DB here. Let's just get some secondary help for this Panthers team. Definitely go defense. for this one. Will Campbell would be W, defense for sure. Luther Burden Saints. This is a good, interesting debate here. I talked about this one a lot in the video. The Saints pick was tough. Guys, get the stream to 50 likes. Yes. Hit that like button. Hit the like button if you haven't already. Lion Prod, see ya. Have a good night. Thanks for stopping back in. We'll be live again Thursday with some puck. Okay, New Orleans Saints time. This is an interesting one for the Saints. I think the Saints, we know the Saints are in cap hell. The Saints are just in cap misery for the New Orleans Saints. Like 70 million over the cap. They really can't make many moves to cut guys because they'll have more dead cap hits than non-dead cap hits. So they're in a really tough situation. Taysom Hill is going to be their big sacrificial lamb. Maybe they go tight end here. Tyler Warren, replaces Taysom Hill, as that Swiss Army knife, but it's a new offense. It's a new system. It's Kellen Moore. They don't really use the tight end quite like that. We saw a lot of times this year, our guy, Dallas Goedert, get lost in this Eagles offense. We saw it get lost all the time. Except for the playoffs, hit or miss with the tight end usages. Same thing in Dallas, we didn't really see our guy Ferguson take off. It's just not aggressive tight end offense out of there. So I don't think they go Warren here. I think they're either going to go Luther Burden, just straight burner, replace Marquez Valdez-Scantling. Brain injury with Chris Olave, offensive head coach. Potentially. But if you look at the Eagles and this offense, they run a lot more route running. They got a lot of route runners. Devonta Smith, route runner. A.J. Brown, vertical threat, but he's not a burner. He's a big physical body receiver. CeeDee Lamb, intermediate route runner kind of guy. Luther Burden's a really bad route. Luther Burden can go one direction, and that's straight. He can go straight very fast, and he can usually catch the ball. Sometimes catch the ball. This is maybe the big zag right here. I think they go defense. I think they go best pass rusher available. Cam Jordan's getting up there in age. Maybe they go Will Campbell also, potentially a tackle if they cut Ryan Ramczyk. I got to look at the offensive lines on the cap issues. But I think they're going James Pierce here. I got them going James Pierce here right now for our first mock draft. I like him. I think he's probably the highest upside pass rusher, true edge rusher. The production wasn't necessarily there this year, but if you look at all the pass rushers besides Mike Green, nobody really put up crazy huge numbers out there. So I just think Pierce is a crazy physical specimen. Look at this guy, 6'5", 243, perfect build. Pretty decent, 8 sacks is good. He had 13 2 years ago, much better year, but still really high on the pass rush win rate, really good against the run. I should say good against the run, really good overall pass rush. He's got a lot of impact. He's a high-end player. So I think they go defense, get the defense going a little bit. I think Kellen Moore is going to trust maybe we can sign can't really sign a receiver, get a later receiver, work the offense to his liking. I'm kind of 50-50 on coaches. Do they just go draft their position early, or do they trust that they can get their an offensive guy might go defense early in drafts because he knows he can get high-quality offensive guys that can fit their system. They can find those gems in that second, third, fourth round range that maybe other guys can't have, and you just go with the can't-miss defense player on the other side of the ball for them. Yeah, you could tell me a story. Warren's no for the Saints. Saints are going to be awful again, probably. Luther Burden, potentially. There, I think it's between those two. I think it's between Burden and Pierce right there. Go Bucks, Caleb says. Buccaneers got a late pick. Maybe we'll have to flip that pick if everyone's on the Jahdae Barron trade. That'll be the only pick that we flip from the mock on Monday. Good pick for the Saints. Yeah, I think so. James Pierce is a good player. Let's get to the Bears. Time for the Bears. J-Dub watches in anticipation here. New offensive head coach coming to town, Ben Johnson. Fun pick is Ashton Jeanty for the Bears. I 100% agree. Just screw it. Screw the offensive line. We're going to try and sign as many guys as we can. We're just going to run Jeanty and Caleb Williams out there. That would be the Jerry Jones pick for them. But I'm with you. This is your Penei Sewell. Ben Johnson coming over. Will Campbell played left tackle, but kind of projects more as a right tackle potentially in the NFL. Did struggle a little bit in spots. Not the best year at LSU, but a lot of physical intangibilities. It reminds me so much of Penei Sewell. This is exactly what we saw at Penei Sewell. Productive guy, played left tackle in college, projected more as a right tackle in the NFL, and get some offensive linemen on this team. I'm not taking a center or guard this high in the draft. If the Bears want to go pass rusher here, maybe I could see that. You go like Mike Green, or I'm not even on Derek Harmon like that for them. But yeah, I'm going Will Campbell. I'm going Will Campbell. Safe pick. Get offense. Protect your young quarterbacks. You have enough weapons there. Deep running back draft. They can draft a running back later. You can sign a running back. Just protect your quarterback. Just get some offensive line. This is one of the worst. They have like the least amount of money invested in the offensive line, this team. So draft high, spend money, make Caleb get rid of the ball quicker and not drop back and take as many sacks. But I'm going Will Campbell here. Versatile guy, fits this system. You'd be surprised if I think the Saints could take Will Campbell, but they don't really need a tackle unless they're totally cutting their offensive line in the cap. The Saints are one of those big, we have to see what the hell free agency looks like for the Saints with the cap hell they're in. They're going to have to do a lot of cutting and restructure. And he is the local LSU guy, so maybe that does play a little bit into that. But I have a run on tackles right now here. I have the Niners going tackle also. Josh Simmons got hurt in October, should be ready to go. Maybe they go there out of Ohio State, but I think they're going straight left guard. They're going straight left tackle, replace Trent Williams. Trent Williams missed the end of the season with an injury. He's like 40 years old now. So I'm going Kelvin Banks. Going Kelvin Banks Jr. out of Texas. I think he's the best true left tackle in this draft that's going to be ready to go. If you want to sit him, you can. If Trent isn't ready to go, you're going to have an option there. But I could also see them moving on from Trent Williams. Like, he's a lot of money. I have to look at the cap situation with him. But he's a lot of money. I'm sure he's a lot of money. Injured old vet now. So I'm going tackle here. I go Will Campbell, Kelvin Banks. We're going to see a run on tackles, I think. Because there's no like crazy high-end offensive linemen. There's a lot of good offensive linemen. Really deep offensive line draft, but it's more of the middle, late first round than I think the top end of the first round. Campbell got the Saints. Only makes sense if they move him to left guard. Yeah, I don't know if I think he's more going to be a right tackle. Am I a Vikings fan? Yes, Hen. I am a Vikings fan. Ario trying to get me to be a Titans fan now. I am a Vikings fan as well. So welcome to the fam. Well, more Vikings fans are always appreciated and welcomed. Sports Prod, yes, I said you could tell me a story. I saw that. If you were asking about the story, you could tell a story in the comments. I might not read it right away, but yeah, you can type out a story in the comments. Okay, Cowboys. Everybody's favorite. It's the Cowboys. Jerry. Yeah, it's Genty, right? Like, he can't help himself. He should not take Ashton Genty right here. Like, get a pass rusher. I would love Mike Green. I could even see like Kenneth Grant interior, even though they've been so shit on Michigan guys. Go corner, get Jahdae Barron out of Texas, local guys. But yeah, he can't help himself. If Ashton Genty is on the board, Jerry is going to take Genty. He's going to think he's Zeke. I don't think it's quite the same. You don't have that offensive line like you used to. I don't know what this offensive play calling and scheme is going to look. I honestly could not tell you what Brian Schottenheimer's offense is going to look like. He's got to take. He's going to take Genty. He's going to take Genty. He's taking Genty. He can't help himself. That old kook. Everybody's crazy grandpa, Jerry Jones, can't help himself. Got to take Ashton Genty. Let's see. F the Cowboys. Yeah, easy pick. Want to see the Bengals-Vikings Super Bowl? That would be fun. Or Bengals-Eagles. I have zero idea. Dolphins? We're going Dolphins here? Dolphins. What team did I have Abdul Carter? Oh, the Browns. I have Abdul Carter going number 2 to the Browns. I got Cam Ward, Abdul Carter, Shadur Sanders, Travis Hunter, Mason Graham, Terry Ocean McMillan, Will Johnson, Malachi Starks, James Pierce, Will Campbell, Kelvin Banks, and Ashton Genty. So there's a little rundown. Top 12 picks for everybody who's catching up. Wasn't here the entire time. What pick am I on? We are on pick 13. We are on the Miami Dolphins, and the run on tackles continue. I got 3 tackles in 4 picks. I'm going Josh Simmons out of Ohio State. We need to get some offensive line for this team. The Dolphins are at a real crossroads. The offense feels stale. You got an old wide receiver who's bitching about everything. He's got more baby mamas than touchdown catches last year. We got a quarterback who's got a concussion issue. We got a head coach that feels like he's living on borrowed time. The defense isn't very good. I just think this is a weird kind of era, if you want to call it an era, for the Dolphins. They're in a weird spot here. Let's go Josh Simmons out of Ohio State. Good offensive lineman, can protect, is coming off the injury, so I don't know exactly what his timetable is. He was hurt in October, I think, knee injury. So, good one. Indy, Tyler Warren, fun pick, but not really fun if A-Rich doesn't take a step forward. True. Want to see, I'm almost at the Bengals. Don't worry, I'll get you there. More mamas than catches. True. Green, what is up? This is another easy one. Tyler Warren to the Colts. I don't think the Colts have had a good tight end since Peyton Manning was quarterback. I mean, the Colts seem to never have good tight ends. Get tight ends. And tight ends could help Anthony Richardson take that step. Short intermediate routes. Very easy, great big target. I mean, Tyler Warren's like, what, 6'5"? 6'6", 260. Super fast, athletic, can run, can block, great in the run game. Big help. You have Jonathan Taylor. Shane Steichen is much more of a guy who uses good tight ends in his schemes. I mean, I love this pick for the Colts. They got to figure out the quarterback position, though. Maybe they go with another vet. Maybe they go with Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold on the Titans or on the Colts would be a really, really good team. I think this would be a great pick for them. If Tyler Warren's on the board, you have to take him if you're Indianapolis. Just too valuable of a pick. I love Tyler Warren. Tyler Warren's one of my favorite players in this draft. He's an actually good Taysom Hill. Like, imagine if Taysom Hill was actually good. Taysom Hill is a gadget guy. Tyler Warren does everything Taysom Hill does, but like at an elite level. He's an elite run blocker. He's a fantastic route runner. He's a great pass catcher. He's even a pretty damn good quarterback. I've seen this man throw a football. Like, he's pretty good. So I'm all on the Tyler Warren train. For not as high end as Brock Bowers, but I love the versatility out of Tyler Warren. Liam, what's up? He's back. Gamer Kids, Super Bowl champs. Yes, Philly. Richardson isn't him. Probably. I'm not a Richardson guy. I was out on Richardson going into last year. Colts suck. The whole AFC South should be a problem. It seems to be a problem. Bengals should take Luther Burden. The Eagles are my Pookie's second favorite team. We need Johnny Barron for defense. Well, Luther Burden is not going to be on the board because Luther Burden is going right to the Atlanta Falcons. Luther Burden, Atlanta. Now, they could go Mike Green here. I kind of really want them to go Mike Green. I want them to get a pass rusher, but Atlanta doesn't do that shit. Atlanta just does the stupid stuff. I think they go wide receiver for the young rookie quarterback. I think the Kyle Pitts experiment is over. You're going to have Bijan Robinson looking at soft boxes. Luther can take the secondary off the top, and then you have Drake London, who's a great route runner, intermediate guy, good jump ball receiver. This would be a fun pairing. I like getting weapons for my young quarterback. Get the defense going. It's a very Falcons pick. They like offense, but I like Luther Burden at 15. I'm really comfortable with. Bengals take Malachi Starks. Malachi Starks, I do not think is going to be on the board. I have the tism. I don't think Starks going to be on the board. I got Starks going to the Panthers at 9. What is an ED? ED is an edge rusher, pass rush. Trading pitch for a late 4th to Denver. Okay, I could see that. That's going to mess up my draft. Is it going to mess up my draft board? No, it's not going to mess up my draft board. But yeah, I could see Pitts. I don't know. Sean Payton's a weird guy too. What app is this? I am using Pro Football Focus to do this draft. but you got to pay for it. It costs some money. But PFF is my go-to spot for draft stuff and fantasy stuff. Okay, now we got the Cardinals on the clock at 16. I think you go pass rush here if you're Arizona. You could go interior. Kenneth Grant, Walter Nolan, Derek Harmon flying up the boards. I think they don't really need a secondary guy. Johnny Barron is not getting drafted in this first round, guys. I'm going to tell you that. The only change I might make is if they go, is one team could go Barron, which I'll probably make that audible over who I had them taking, because it makes more sense if they're going from an injury standpoint. But I actually like the Cardinals to go get a pass rusher. Go get Mike Green. Mike Green, the most productive pass rusher last season, 17 sacks, 10 hits, 32 hurries. If you're going to play at a smaller school, you have to absolutely dominate smaller competition, and he totally dominated them. Had a fantastic week at the Senior Bowl. I mean, he killed our guy Cornley out of Oregon. Just that clip is going to live in infamy forever. So get a pass rush on this defense. You still, I was okay with the offensive line. They shuffled some pieces around. It's really not that bad on the offensive line in Arizona. Kyler Murray kind of is the issue there. And the defense needs to be better. Defense needs to be better in Arizona. Mike Gannon, Eagles guy. Eagles defensive line. That was their strong suit when he was there. It's still their strong suit, but he's a guy that likes defensive line. All right, Bengals finally on the clock. We're drinking some sparkling mineral water from good old HEB. Only the Texas people know, and if you know, you know. With a hint of lime. Very zesty. All right, Bengals on the clock. Wide receiver, guard, or defensive lineman. Probably not going to need a receiver. They're going to tag T. Higgins because they're awful. Don't like the guard here. Let's go D lineman here. And I think they're going to run stuff for big time, high upside. You need a guy that can stop the run, but can also get after the pass rush. These two guys here, Kenneth Grant, Walter Nolan, one of these guys can get after the quarterback. And I got the Bengals going Walter Nolan here. Walter Nolan, high upside guy, freak athlete, really, really good season this year. Had a couple of down years at A&M, but it's A&M and that's my life. Sometimes take some plays off, but 6'3", 305, little bit small, but can just anchor the middle. Elite pass rush grade for an interior defensive lineman, and an excellent run stopper. 91.6 run stopping grade. And if you look at A&M's run defense, they were great against the run last year, and they were horrible this year. And it was on the interiors, and that's because Walter Nolan transferred to Ole Miss. You got to stop the run, Cincinnati. They couldn't get off the field anywhere. They couldn't stop the run. They couldn't get after quarterbacks besides Hendrickson. Now, are they going to keep Hendrickson? I don't know, but I think Walter Nolan's the big upside pick here for them. I think they go Walter Nolan out of Ole Miss. W Sparkling Water, love that. What's up, D-line? SJG, otherwise known as Binks, what is up? Yeah, I like the Bengals going Walter Nolan here. All right, let's see. Where do you think Myles Garrett will go, and do you think Max Crosby will leave Las Vegas? Personally, I think he stays around until near the trade deadline. If they're awful, he could want to leave. I agree, Bruce. I think Max Crosby's probably not going anywhere this year. Doesn't seem like that kind of guy. Also, he just got that new house. It's kind of crazy. Myles is the big question. I could not give you a guess on where Myles Garrett's going to go. Who's going to pony up? Who's going to offer the most? Is Myles going to hold Cleveland hostage, say, you got to trade me to one of these few teams, or I'm just going to sit out? I don't know what that Myles situation is going to go. I can't make a call on Myles yet. Prediction on winning the NBA championship? Probably the Thunder or Boston. But I can't root for Boston. Just want to see the Bengals. See, he had to hold out for his bang. Garrett holds out. Yeah, I think that's the move. Unless he gets his preferred trade destination. I don't think he's going to be he's not just going to be a guy like, just get me out of here. He's going to have a preferred list. Hopefully that list is Minnesota. My man JJ over here trying to sell Myles to Minnesota. I love my dog doing that. Seahawks. Defensive line. What are you playing this on? Evan, I am on Pro Football Focus. Mock Draft Simulator on the Pro Football Focus. We're going pass rusher here out of Seattle. Seahawks pass rusher. I got him going Mykel Williams. We got to go in Mykel Williams out of Georgia. Offensive line, they definitely need help. Think they got to sign some guys. Really just not a great offensive line. Flat out horrible offensive line. If we're being honest, the Seahawks offensive line was dog shit this year. Just complete dog shit. But they also needed to get a pass rush. The pass rush really wasn't great. Secondary's okay. I think the secondary in Seattle's fine. But if you look at their head coach, Mike McDonald, defensive guy in Baltimore, they get after it. They get defensive linemen. Georgia Dogs always produce good linemen. I like Mykel Williams. Really, maybe not a crazy huge production, like I said. Not great in the pass rush, but great against the run. Really solid fundamentals and a freak athlete. 6'5", 265, pure muscle, no bit of fat on him whatsoever. I like this. I like this pick a lot. I think this is a good range for him at 18. Don't like any of the linebackers here. Don't like the interior offensive linemen. Maybe they go Booker out of Alabama potentially here, and maybe they go Menbu out of Missouri, out of Missouri, and they move him inside to guard. But I think you go Mykel Williams here. Let's see. Contract impact, if traded, puts you in major issues. Yeah, I have to see what the trade number is on Miles. Selling Garrett to the Commanders, they're probably the only team that can give 2 first comfortably with the emergence of Jaden Daniels. Yeah, but maybe it's only 1. You may only get 1, and they can pay it, but they can also take on Miles' money. When did I start the stream, James? I started the stream 42 minutes ago, almost exactly. 42 minutes ago, like 9:20 I started the stream. Would love to have Garrett. I think we could be aggressive for him with the season we had, but still think we're missing too many pieces to make the Super Bowl next season. Bruce, who are you, Vegas? Are you Vegas talking about Crosby? Or are you a Lions guy? I don't know, man. Miles going on a team that's in the play. Who made the playoffs last year? That's the teams that Myles Garrett's going to accept the trade to. Commanders. Oh, Bruce, there you go. Yeah, can't commies. Okay. Yeah, definitely think so. Anybody who made the playoffs last year on the team, the Commanders can pay him. Okay, this is going to be my first official flip of the mock from Monday because this pick just makes more. If we're really on the Jahdae Barron train, I had Tampa going corner. I had him taking Morrison out of Notre Dame, but he is coming off the injury. Benjamin Morrison's like a top 10 pick. Like, he is top 10 talent, but he's going to be out till November. So if we're really loving the Jahdae Barron pick, we're going to go Jahdae here for Tampa Bay. They're going to go defensive, but they just need secondary help. The defense, yes, they could get a pass rush, but they're still elite on the defensive line. They stop the run as good as anybody. Their DBs are so bad. So bad. So get a guy. He's going to start. If Barron's your guy, go Barron. If you like Trey Amos out of Ole Miss or Shavion Revel out of Eastern Carolina, that could be the move, but defensive back for the Buccaneers. No doubt, no question in my mind. They're going DB. This draft this year, what positions do you think we need to get new people in for the Vikings? We need a defensive lineman, we need interior offensive line, and we need a running back. Here. In Minnesota. All right, Broncos. J-Dub already on top of it. Colston Loveland or Ibuka, and I have them taking Emeka Ibuka out of the Ohio State University. Troy Franklin, kind of a disappointment last year. I thought he was going to be better. Did catch that touchdown in the playoff game, but you still have a Cortland Sutton. Emeka Ibuka, all-time leading receiver at Ohio State. The best, wide receiver Ohio State, especially since, the last 6 years. Think about the dudes that Ohio State's putting in the league. Emeka Ibuka, maybe not your number 1 receiver, maybe not that elite tier guy, but he's a number 2 for sure. A Devontae Smith build. Maybe a little less than T. Higgins. He's a 1B guy. Not going to be a dog, top tier elite receiver, but he's going to be damn good. He's going to be as good as any running mate you could possibly get here. If you're Denver, put him with Cortland Sutton, elite tier guy, help out your young quarterback, played in an offense that, can take deep shots, can also run the short game, good screen route runner here. I love this pick for Denver, and it does helps the Pitts pitch for Denver if they don't go tight end here. Now, if you're Pittsburgh, kind of sucks. You got a little poached here. I would like that. Is that Justin Jefferson? Yes. My JJ jersey is signed. Got his John Hancock on it. Pittsburgh, let's get a receiver to go with crazy ass George Pickens. I don't know who the quarterback is in Pittsburgh, but they need a wide receiver. They have just George Pickens, and he is about as reliable as, I don't know, one-ply toilet paper when you got diarrhea. Not very reliable. Get my man Matthew Golden out of the University of Texas. I think he had a great season this year. Really the go-to guy in this offense, especially when Isaiah Bond went down. Golden was big in the SEC championship game. He was great against Arizona State in the crunch. He was pretty good against Ohio State as well. Graded out really well, even in that pass-happy offense. Matthew Golden, another just number 2 paired guy. Maybe doesn't have the highest elite tier wide receiver 1 help, but you're picking at 21, you're picking a guy that you want to be a good running mate, like a la Jordan Addison, Devonta Smith, Emeka Egbuka, Matthew Golden, go back-to-back right here. Might be a preference. Maybe Denver likes Matthew Golden a little bit better. Maybe they go with Egbuka. I don't think there's a huge difference between the two. Probably preference. I would lean Egbuka just because of, Denver, or just because of Ohio State, excuse me. I would lean with the Ohio State receivers, but yeah. The jersey, but yeah, that one, did I point the wrong way? That's signed. Caleb Johnson for the Chargers. Ooh, okay. Caleb Johnson for the Chargers. I went the other way here. I think it's a little high. I don't think we're going to see 2 running backs in the first round. Is Caleb Johnson even the number 2 running back, or is it Travion Henderson? What does PFF think? It's Omarion Hampton, excuse me. And then Scattaboo. Caleb Johnson, low grade. I'm not taking a running back that high. You can get running backs later in this draft. I think Jim Harbaugh goes with his guy. Another wide receiver, yes. They got the drops, but they also, I don't know what the Will Dissly future projects as. I got him going Colston Loveland here. I got him taking the Michigan man. We know he fits this offense. Loveland was a stud under Jim Harbaugh, even when they didn't throw the ball a whole lot in 2023. Still his guy, big run blocker, huge target. This is a guy that you can throw the ball to as well if you're Justin Herbert. Great run blocker, play action, 6'5", big body, sure-handed. He's going to make plays, and he knows the system, knows the offense. You want a guy that you can trust, instant plug-and-play guy for you, not a huge learning curve. So I like Loveland. Might be a little bit of a bias, like, Harbaugh sticks with Harbaugh-esque guys. But I like the Colston Loveland pick here, especially in a weird tight end draft that I don't love the tight ends after the first 2. Like, Gunnar Helm's fine. Old boy from Harold Fannon's okay. Mason Taylor's sneaking up the draft boards. Arroyo people like a lot. I'm not huge on any of the other tight ends as like huge, big impact guys right away. Now it comes to Green Bay. Green Bay in an interesting spot here. Wide receivers are gone. Center, edge, corner. Could they go aggressive? Could they go like a corner like Trey Amos? Maybe they like a lineman here. Maybe they go Booker. But he's more of a guard, not really a center. I think they're going to go edge rusher in Green Bay, and it kind of sucks because I think this guy's going to be a really impactful player in the league. I think they go Shamar Stewart out of A&M. They took his running mate last year, Edgerrin Cooper, out of A&M. They love him. He's been a home run. They rave about him. Shamar Stewart, massive upside. The production wasn't there. We know the train wreck that my college is when it comes to football games, but just from a pure talent standpoint, pure physical attributes, 6'6", 290. Just like anything you could want. Really impressed at the Senior Bowl. They were raving about him. I think Shamar Stewart's the move here. Sucks. Too many Aggies on Green Bay, but I'm going to have to live with it, I guess. They need a pass rush. Green Bay's defense was very, very kind of, they had a really good game against Philly. Philly kind of did that to themselves, but forced a lot of turnovers, still did not get stops when they needed to get stops. They got cooked by teams that needed to move the football when they had it to move the football. So get a pass rusher, get an impact guy out there. Not great against the run, though. Now it's for my Vikings. And we got two guys on the board here. Derek Harmon out of Oregon. Solid. Decent interior rush guy. Good run stopper. The pick is D-line here. Trey puts up just in time for the Texans pick. Or Kenneth Grant, freak athlete. The video of him hawking down not Abdul Carter, whatchamacallit. The running back for Penn State. The other Carter. Anyway. They could go Membu here. Maybe they move him into guard. Maybe they go Booker out of Alabama. But I think they go D-line here. And I got him going Kenneth Grant out of Michigan. I think he just fits the scheme better. More of a rotational guy. Just put him in the middle. Plug and play. Good athlete. Played great with Mason. Played great with Mason Graham. So you can move him in. You can move him out. Versatile guy. Super athletic. I like Kenneth Grant a lot. I think I'd be happy with a Kenneth Grant pick. I'd be happy with a Kenneth Grant pick here. Now, Harmon's interesting. Harmon does interest me. I also got to see what we do in the offseason, because if we don't sign a guard, we might have to draft a guard. Like if we sign Milton Smith out of Philly, then we might go like Membu or Booker out of Alabama, who's the number one guard right now. Not a high grade, but I kind of like Tate. I love Tate Ratledge. He's a dog. I don't think. Can I get a mod? No. I only got one mod, guys. There's only one mod in the chat. There's one mod in the chat. And that's the way we're going to chill for now. One mod. One mod in the chat. My friends aren't even modded, guys. Maybe one day. Maybe one day we'll sit down and I'll just have the list of people. I have the list of people who are in here. And they could probably get mods. I'll do that. I'll sit down one of these days and just mod everybody that needs to get mod. Not everybody in the chat. Yeah, see, J-Dub's not even modded. J-Dub would get a mod. Drape would get a mod. Like, there's so many people that would get a mod. I shouldn't say so many. There's probably like 7 to 10 people that would get mods. Am I on the list? Probably on the list. But I might want to make you work for it. Just tease a bit. Bum Titans fans on the... I owe Bum Titans fan a mod. But it's funnier. Who's getting put on timeout first? Well, you missed God, JW, you missed like 2 weeks, like during the Super Bowl week. Like, we had some crazy lady in here that got put in timeout who was saying crazy shit and was asking to get banned. I'm like, I'm not going to ban you. I'm just going to put you in timeout. some crazy chick in here. Could have been a burner. Who knows? But it was wild. All right, Houston Texans on the clock. Interior offensive line or D-line. Maybe they go Derek Harmon here. But please get C.J. Stroud some offensive linemen. Please protect C.J. Stroud. Their offensive line is so bad in Houston. Need a wide receiver since Tank Dell's got one leg and Stephon Diggs is a free agent. So I'm going offensive lineman, and I'm going Membu, I think. 6'3", 314, probably going to play guard in the NFL. Took a snap at, left guard. Played a lot of right tackle this year. I think you move him inside, move him to the interior, help protect our guy CJ Stroud. I like Membu. I think he's a solid overall player. Put him in there. It's funny when Bum Titans fans gets to freak hour. Yes. Bro, after Casey got destroyed, I asked my assistant pastor, is he going to the Super Bowl if the Raiders make it? And he said, we'd go in if they make it. I'd be so hyped. Well, if the Raiders make it, it's probably the end times. So it's probably the end times. Got to trade. Go trade for Christian Kirk, Texans. Are the Jags going to trade in division, though? That's the thing. Are they going to trade in division? I don't know. Don't worry about mod. Don't worry about mods, guys. Don't worry. The mods will come out when they hand out. It's like, it's not a big deal. Like, here, like, donating my life saves, okay, but like, here, watch. I could just do, there. Bam. Mod. Green. There, we're just going to pass them out. I'm going to put J-Dub in timeout. And Drape, there. Mods. Mods for everybody. Except Drape. All right. Raiders to the Super Bowl sounds believable. Oh, what did J-Dub do? I've known J-Dub. J-Dub's from the Fantasy Channel. Drape, J-Dub's a dog. I'm trolling. J-Dub gets with great power comes great chaos. Yes, I will be instantly rid of your mod if you abuse your mod powers. No banning chats unless they spam like slurs or something. No banning people. People are allowed to talk shit in the chat, guys. Do you not see the text? That's rule 1. Sub to talk shit. Sub to talk shit. So don't be abusive. The autumn wind will blow again, so I can't slur. Oh, no slurs. No slurs and no chat banning. Unless they're spamming, you know, links to sexy lady sites, you know, hot single moms in your area. Then maybe we'll let them hang out. But just regular hot singles in your area, you can ban them. Blue means you got modded. We're on the mod trade. Ario gets a mod too. Basically, everybody in chat gets mod. I'm an OG. Remember when Pete had 500 subs? True. God, when did me and John meet? I don't remember. I was in like the hundreds, I think. I think I was like at 120 when John commented on my first short. And then I got into the fantasy fam, the catch fantasy fam. I have to text him. I haven't texted him in a week or so. I do owe Bump Titans fan ain't here. He'll get one when he shows up. He behaved. He was behaving. Here we go. Rams. We're back on. Let's get back on track for our mock draft. LA Rams. This team, the Rams got a lot of dysfunction going on right now. Drape. All right. Appreciate it. Have a good night. Get that phone charged. Rams are an interesting one here. Like Cooper Kupp gone. Kelly Stafford making crazy statements. Matt Stafford could be out of town. We already know my conspiracy where the Vikings get Matt Stafford and Myles Garrett. So kind of crazy because if you really do think about it, if Sean McVay calls a run play on that third down, Rams have a 1st and goal to beat the Eagles in the divisional round in a blizzard. So a bad play call by Sean McVay and an incredible play by Jalen Carter just kicking a rookie's ass. This team was really close. And like Rams Commanders, I really like the Rams to beat the Commanders to go to the Super Bowl. And now we're looking at the three-peat. Three-peat. We would be at a three-peat, but we don't live in that universe. We love to talk shit. True. Don't know what to do. Yeah. Got to figure out what the Rams are going to do. So for the safest pick, I think here for the Rams is my guy, Gray Zabel. Gray Zabel out of North Dakota State. Practice player of the week at the Senior Bowl. Was really, really good. They had him in at guard. They had him in at right tackle. Played left guard. His first 2 years played left tackle last year. Played right tackle both years. Like, my man is a very versatile offensive lineman. Had him playing stuff. Was solid. That's what I want. Smart player. You know Sean McVay. 6'6", 305. Perfect for a guard. Maybe a little smaller. Put him on the right tackle side. I don't think he's an NFL left tackle, but I like Gray Zabel. So we're going to go Gray Zabel here for now with the Rams. Rams had a shot. Rams going to be terrible next year. Depends. Everything could settle. And the Rams are fixed. Rams are a hot mess at this point. True. Are you sure he behaved? Because he got kind of freaky. He behaved enough. Rams drafted great D-line last year. Yeah, they don't need a D-line. Could go corner. Could go linebacker here. Jahad Campbell's interesting. I kind of like Jalen Walker. He was so good in that Texas game. Like, his grade was so much better in that Texas game than he actually played. He popped off the screen in that Texas game. Rams somehow find a way. Yes, well-managed team, well-coached team. But maybe Sean McVay could be hitting that burnout point after this year. Retire mode. They need a quarterback, too. Aaron Rodgers? Like, they need a young quarterback. Maybe Sam Darnold heads back there. We'll trade you Sam Darnold for Matt Stafford. There you go. There you go, Rams. Maybe Baker. I bet you he wishes he had. I feel like Baker would have been so good with Sean McVay. Oh my God, Baker and Sean McVay with like a full like confidence boosting offseason. Like, both those two would be awesome together. Trade Stafford and their first round pick to move up. Yeah, I just don't like any of the quarterbacks in this draft to move up for any of them. All right, Baltimore Ravens. Wide receiver, tackle, edge, cornerback. I like edge here. Man, what do they do, my man Sawyer? Man, they are just killing Jack Sawyer over here. Well, if they're going to kill Jack Sawyer like that, it's going to mess up my mock. But that's okay. We adjust. I had the Ravens going edge here. I had them going Jack Sawyer. But we're going to go best available edge. I could see Dart on the Rams. Ooh, that's interesting. I don't know. Dart's kind of a head case. Daniel Jones resurgence. Stafford is crippled. Yeah, he can't run, but he can still sling that thing. Nah, Danny Dimes is going to be our backup this year. He's going to back up McCarthy. We're going to re-sign him. Ravens do not need a tight end. They need a kicker now since their kicker is a sexual deviant. Wish I could donate to the channel, but someone stole my info, so I put a lock on my card for a year. No worries, Ario. No worries, guys. Don't feel like you have to donate. Share the stream. If you want to support it more, make sure you watch the videos. Hit the like button. Watch the streams. Share it with your friends. Stafford is so crippled. You don't need to run. He can sling it. I thought he was fine against Philly. So, Ravens here. Edge rush. Let's go, my man, Nick Scorton. I don't know, man. I don't think I can get behind a Nick Scorton pick here. We're going to have to adjust. Let's go wide receiver here for the Ravens. Elik Anime. I can't go wide receiver here. We're going edge rusher. We're going Nick Scorton. This is why I had the Lions taking. Let's go edge rusher. Let's go Nick Scorton. Pair him with Justin Madubuike. Those AFC North players are different. Watson, Tucker, who's next? Burrow. Nah. Burrow stays single, baby. Burrow's just banging supermodels, looking cool, and getting robbed by Chilean gangs that are genuinely stupid. Maybe some of the dumbest people on the planet. Okay, Lions. Lions have to make some adjustments on the offensive line. It depends what free agency looks like for the Lions there. Could go edge. I had him going edge with Nick Scorton, but if we're going to go linebacker here, you know, we got Anzalone, Jack Campbell. I don't love that. I don't love going linebacker here. Pass rush, we go Donovan Ezeruaku. I can't pronounce that, but feels a little aggressive here also. See, all these interior D linemen are flying up the PFF board, which makes things a little interesting, but let's go offense. Let's go interior offensive line, not just edge. Let's go interior offensive line. I think they're going to go guard. I think they're going to go Booker here then. If there's no good edge rusher and they can't re-sign their offensive line pieces, I think they go offensive line. They go Booker. They go Booker out of Alabama here. Burrow scares everyone so badly it's not even funny. True. Burrow is the Grim Reaper. Who do the Bengals take? I have the Bengals taking Walter Nolan out of Ole Miss. Defensive tackle. Interior D lineman. Not really D tackle position anymore. Okay. Our Washington Commanders. Commie time, baby. Surprise season. This is a team that could be trading away their picks to get Myles Garrett. But we're going to hold pat if everybody's staying put here. Let's get a tackle for my man. Now, maybe wide receiver if they can't sign one. T. Higgins was big Washington guy I was looking at. But Josh Cornley Jr., let's get a tackle for Jaden Daniels. Offensive line can always get upgraded in Washington. Protect your young cornerback, edge corner. They need defense, true, but I trust Dan Quinn. Again, Dan Quinn's a guy that I trust. Maybe he goes defense later in the draft. Good experience with those guys. Knows what he needs. I think they go defense. Protect your quarterback. If they trade, they're not trading Jaden Daniels. They're trading the pick. They're not trading Jaden Daniels. What about the safety from Texas Commandos? Let's see. The safeties aren't really rated that. Special teams. What the fuck? Safeties. I mean, Andrew Mukuba, 101. Xavier Watts would be the safety that would slide up in the draft. No. Matthew Golden, elite potential? No. Very high-end potential like Ibuka. I wouldn't put him as an elite guy. We're never getting rid of JD5. Yeah. Burrow carried the Bengals, definitely. All right, so not Bengals, Bills. Buffalo Bills. Nobody, and I mean nobody, circles the wagons like the Buffalo Bills. And the Buffalo Bills need defense. The Bills need defense. So let's go interior D-line. Could go linebacker. Jahad Campbell's nice. Jalen Walker's okay. Let's go Derek Harmon. Let's go interior D lineman out of Oregon. Could potentially go Darius Alexander. I had him taking Talik Williams, just straight run stopper, but Derek Harmon on there. That's where you go. You go interior D line if you're Buffalo. We got to get stops against Kansas City. Your defense gives up 40 points, 30-plus points to Kansas City every time. You got to stop them. For the love of God. Who's throwing passes in Pittsburgh next year? Aaron Rodgers, Sam Darnold, who the hell knows? Dylan Gabriel, yeah. TBD on who's throwing passes in Pittsburgh. TBD. Okay, 2 picks left. Your Super Bowl loser, Kansas City Chiefs. And your Super Bowl champion, Philadelphia Eagles. All right, Chiefs, we know they need offensive line. They could use defensive line. They could use linebacker. I much prefer linebacker for the Kansas City Chiefs here. I think they need more help. They got to cover people. The secondary is also potential. Like, they were bad in spots there. I like Demetrius Knight personally. Personally, I think I go with Demetrius Knight. Big blitz scheme guy. Potentially Jahad Campbell. Versatile. I would go Demetrius Knight for Kansas City. Sports Prod's back. What's up? Whoops. Didn't mean to say it. Didn't see it. Got retracted. See? Already got banned. So I got Knight going to Kansas City. Just upgrade this defense. I don't know what they're going to do at tackle. I don't trust this team to draft tackle anyway. Like, Brett Veach has been kind of bad with tackles. Kind of letting the wrong guys walk. Kind of bad at drafting them. Not great. Not great in Kansas City on the offensive line. On the tackles. Let's see. All right, we can't see the Eagles here, but we do have our final Eagles pick. All right. Eagles on the clock. Wide receiver, guard, edge, cornerback. Wide receiver, guard, edge, cornerback. Could go cornerback, replace big play Slay. I think they love Cooper DeJean. They're going to want to put Cooper DeJean in more spots, in bigger spots. Now, can he be a true outside corner? I don't know. I'm going pass rush here. I think the rich just keep getting richer. You got Sweat, who's available. Milton Smith might be gone. I got him going with Donovan as a rook. I'm going to get this right. I can't get it right. I got him going with the Boston College pass rusher. Oh, what are my awards? It's not my first. Oh, these are old. Look at all my awards. I need to complete a mock 7 days in a row. Full 7-round mock. Look at that. I got all these stupid awards over here. Let me move the screen over for everybody. Here's our first mock. All right, pretty good. Pretty good job. Pretty good job, guys. Let me catch up on the chat. Sour Haze, what's up? You know what? Just giving out wrenches to everybody at this point. Don't abuse your powers. If you got a VR, you should get NFL games and live that. That would be fun. I do not have VR. That sounds crazy. It'll also give me a headache. I feel like I would throw up. J-Dub with the gifted sub. Appreciate that. J-Dub, always so kind in the chat. Dropping gifted subs to everybody. Can't get a wrench. Yeah. Curious as to the possible landing spots for Hampton, Henderson, and Johnson. After you go finish up this first round. Yeah. How do you get the wrench? No, my thing keeps skipping. Casey will be back in 26. Won't make it back. They're cap strapped this year. I think, yeah, was Super Bowl hangover too. They said they were burnt out. Strong A on the mock. Appreciate that. Yeah, you got the wrench. Brad was gifted the sub by J-Dub. The Jags are taking Will Johnson. Ryan, no. No. The Jags are taking Mason Graham, and they're going to be ecstatic that they took Mason Graham. Mason Graham, they are just licking their chops for Mason Graham. That's my hard prediction. That's the guy they want. That's the guy they need. Mason Graham. No wrench unless you admit Burrow was out of bounds and Raiders got robbed of the wild card. I don't remember that one. Burrow was out of bounds. Who's going to QB in Las Vegas? Darnold. Sam Darnold. Aaron Rodgers. I don't know. J-Dub. Yeah, salute J-Dub. Everybody give the hearts and the explosions for J-Dubs. Who got the wrench? Just kidding, but he was out, though. Sub to everyone in the chat. Raiders drafting Will Johnson. I could see that. I could see the Raiders drafting Will Johnson. But I think they go wide receiver. I think they go McMillan. Fields and Cam Ward. There you go. Another potential. Fields or Cam Ward. Will the Cowboys draft Ashton Jeanty? No is currently the leader with 56. 56 on Ashton Jeanty. Man, you guys trust Jerry. You guys are trusting Jerry. Or do you think he is that guy? I don't know. Oh, yeah, let's go through the mock draft real quick, and then we can go back and look at the big board. All right, so first up, we got Cam Ward, Abdul Carter, Shadur Sanders to the Giants, Travis Hunter to the Patriots, Mason Graham to the Jags, Terry-Osha McMillan to the Raiders, Will Johnson to the Jets, Malachi Starks to the Panthers, James Pierce to the Saints, Will Campbell to the Bears, Kelvin Banks Jr. to the Niners, Ashton Jeanty to the Cowboys, Josh Simmons to the Dolphins, Tyler Warren to the Colts, Luther Burden III to the Falcons, Mike Green to the Cardinals, Walter Nolan to the Bengals, Mykel Williams to the Seahawks, Jahdae Barron to the Buccaneers, Emeka Ibuka to the Broncos, Matthew Golden to the Steelers, Colson Loveland to the Chargers, Shamar Stewart to the Packers, Kenneth Grant to my Minnesota Vikings, Armand Membu to the Houston Texans, Gray Zabel to the LA Rams, Nick Scorton to the Baltimore Ravens, Tyler Booker to the Detroit Lions, Josh Cornley Jr. to the Washington Commanders, Derek Harmon to the Buffalo Bills, Demetrius Knight Jr. to the Kansas City Chiefs, and Donovan Ezeraku to the Philadelphia Eagles. We're going to get Donovan. I'm going to have his name. The next draft stream or the big board stream we do, I'm going to have Donovan's last name correct, okay? What do you mean we can't grade my mocks? Okay. So, for the next I don't know, 15 minutes or so. Actually, we're probably going to call it tonight. If you guys haven't already, drop a quick like on the stream. What I want to do, if you got to go, I shouldn't say if you got to go. You got to go to bed, have a drive tomorrow. Great stream. Appreciate it. Bone tight. Appreciate that, guys. So if you haven't already, hit the like button on the stream. We will be live Thursday for the USA-Canada game in hockey. We're going to be hockey fans, and not only hockey fans, we're just going to be great Americans and support our boys out there because hockey's awesome. And yeah, it's always nice to beat up on Canada. Need Henderson to land with Chicago as a mock Gibbs. So that's what was my next thing doing, guys. If you aren't already, sign up for or join the Discord. Links in the description of every video. It's on my page. Just join the Discord, and I'm gonna be putting out like an announcement. I'm gonna be doing individual team drafts. So if you want your team for me to do your individual team draft and you to be the guy calling the shots in the chat, we're going to do that. I'll run a mock, full 7-round mock for all the teams. And if you are the first person when I put out the announcements, you'll be in charge, basically. I'll let you call who we're picking for each and every pick. And so we can do some of that fun stuff. It's a nice way to reward you guys who are always here in the chat, let you get the access to maybe some things that you don't necessarily have access to. So I want to do that moving forward. So let's get in that Discord if you're not already. Look out for that if you're interested in being your team's GM. I'm going to end the poll. Everyone believes Jerry has self-control. Let's see, America. Do you know I went to a hockey game before? Yeah, hockey's the best. You watching any spring training games? Bruce, I will not be, like on stream, spring training, no. Regular season, yes. I will be opening day, definitely. Definitely. Spring training's a little bit much for me. I barely pay attention to spring training. But opening day and baseball season, yes, we'll have baseball streams. If it was the Maple Leafs versus the Penguins, ooh, good game. But hockey's the best, yes. Hockey games in person are a great experience, yes. Probably the best. Ask Catch when he's firing it back up. Yeah, I talked to John. He's going through with a bunch of stuff still. With Allison and everything, so he's delayed and, I don't know. He's working some stuff. He's trying to figure it out. I think he's waiting soon. He keeps saying soon, but he's going to get into Dynasty content, he said. Maybe around the Combine. I don't know. But I'll text him. I'll text him tomorrow. I'm trying to work on my underdog partnership over here. His contact never wrote me back, bastard. So I'm going to have to go through the regular channels to get an underdog sponsorship. AJ Hoops. Oh, what's up? Appreciate you stopping by. Unfortunately, we're about to wrap this stream up for everybody, but I do appreciate everybody stopping by. If you haven't already, drop a quick like on this video, subscribe to the channel. We got daily sports content for you guys. I did a full mock on Monday, a little bit different to the mock we just did on stream, but a pretty detailed breakdown on what I'm feeling so far. If you want to check that out, probably have a video going out tomorrow afternoon. We'll be live streaming Thursday for the hockey game. USA Canada, everybody salute. When's my next stream? AJ, we will be live Thursday for the USA hockey game against Canada. Everybody come hang out, have fun. Tennessee band, what's good? Oh, everybody hopping in late. I hate this. Where do you rate Grandpa Jerry as a GM ever? Ever fine, but he's just bad. He's not he wasn't terrible. The Cowboys had some talent. They've had some good drafts. Got lecture tomorrow night. Bedtime. All right, yep. Don't skip your classes, guys. Go to school. It is a school night. Go to college. Pay attention, but appreciate everybody stopping by. Again, like, subscribe.